go ahead and record. Okay, everybody, I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Selectmen for October 17th, 2023. Like we give the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America,
and to the
and to
republic
the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Outstanding. Okay, any public comments? Saying none. Correspondence?
No.
Okay. Now I'll just do it this way. I'm making a motion that we add a tentative agreement for discussion to the agenda. So consideration of a tentative agreement from the United Public Services Employees Local 424 Unit 45, which is the dispatch union. You have a second for discussion?
Second.
Okay. And then, I apologize. We have to put that on as the agenda. That's what I was voting for. So we have a motion to put on as the agenda item.
Make a motion to place the bargaining agreement on the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Great. I'll get to more of that in a minute. Just a procedural thing. First up, I move we approve the tax refunds in the amount of $2,499.44 due to overpayment of taxes.
Second.
Any discussion, Rich? Have you had a chance to review that? It's pretty
Yeah,
straightforward.
I did, no problem.
Okay. I'll try your minds. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
None opposed, motion carries. let's see. Okay, for discussion, I move that we we consider a date for a public hearing for the sale of 20 Trowbridge Drive.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So Rich, did you happen to get a copy of the information for 20 Trowbridge Drive? Otherwise, I'll read it.
No, I didn't. If you can just
Yeah, I'll
go
summarize.
over briefly.
So, as you know, this is the third sale of 4 properties. The original asking price was $318,750. That was a budgeting asking price. I apologize. We asked $446,250. We received an initial offer of $385,000. And because of the excellent negotiation from our realtor and Mike Boyle, we accepted an offer of $410,000. The buyer is
The negotiator.
yeah, so it's good. I mean, they did all right. The buyer is Vintage and Classic LLC. They do high-end classic cars and store cars. They're currently in Ridgeville, Connecticut. They're going to have a 20 to 30,000 square foot building, and they're expecting 5 to 10 full-time employees. Yeah, I think it's about it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward after that.
Yeah. Okay.
Any discussion, Brian, regarding setting a date? That's all we're doing now is we're going to be setting a date for the public hearing. We're not approving the sale yet. And Mary, what was the date we finally ended on?
October 30th.
Thank you. October 30th, Monday, October 30th.
Okay. Outstanding. So if there's no further discussion, I move that we set a public hearing for the discussion of the sale of 20 Trowbridge Drive for Monday, October 30th, 2023 at 7 p.m. in meeting room A.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay, so, I move that we, hold on, make sure I get this right, because we just got this handed to us. I move that we discuss the tentative agreement that we put on the agenda, just for discussion.
Do we need to put this in executive session? Because it's.
Not for what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 So, we do have a tentative agreement. We are not going to discuss it tonight, but we did need to get it on the agenda to accept it. And that way we have some time to go review it. But, because of the timeframes of when we accepted it for the unions, we needed to actually get it on our agenda for a moment. So what I'd like to do is I move we table it to our next meeting of November 7th, 2023.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of tabling the discussion of the tentative agreement from the union until November 2023?
Dan, I got a
Yeah,
question.
Yeah, shoot, go ahead.
That's election night.
Yeah, we do have a meeting and unless you both want to pass it to the
Well,
14th.
Well, that's up to everybody. So, I just wanted to bring that up. That's all.
I'm fine.
So we could do it. We can also decide not to pull it from the table. We have a, quarter to do it, so we could do it before.
Yeah, well, the election is not over until 8 o'clock, but
Yeah.
the polls, so we have a meeting at 7, that's fine. Okay, all right, no problem.
Great. So I move we table it to the next meeting on November 7th. All in favor?
Okay.
Aye. Opposed, none, motion carries. Okay. That was pretty easy. Now, we had not put, I just want to, so we did not put the meetings from the last minutes, or the minutes of the last meetings on here, because we didn't think we were gonna have quorum. So we'll do that on the next meeting, we're all three together. Marty, what do you have?
I just wanted to say, you might want to officially refer this to planning and zoning for 8-24, and plus it's under the charter. I mean, I know that they have in front of them right now for the sale. They've already started, they've accepted an application to change the reg. And they got a meeting sometime in the beginning of November. But I think we're also going to need them to basically approve it. So you might want to get it on for the same night.
So I guess that's an interesting question, because in the charter, when it talks about review, it doesn't, it actually happens, I think, before our step is what I thought. So it was sent to them by the EDC for review, but do we have to formally send it to them from us? Because I think EDC already did it and they're reviewing it, no?
I don't know what EDC sent to them. I wasn't privy to that.
Okay.
Marty, are car repairs allowed in,
IP zone, no.
That's what they're working on right
so
now.
they're gonna, yeah,
Yes.
That's part of the one of the conditions going to be in the contract. But by the time probably the contract is signed, it's going to be done. I think they've got it scheduled for a public hearing the first week of November. They've already accepted the application that was submitted. But that's not the same thing as approving under the statute and the charter the sale of the property.
So I'll ask you this question too, so I understand it too. Does it go to P and Z for a review or an approval? Because if the charter says review.
No, the only thing that they do, that they issue a report. There's a state statute too. I don't know why they ever put that in the charter like that, because under state statute 8-24, anytime the town or municipality is going to sell property or lease it, they have to go and ask for a report, basically a report from planning and zoning, a favorable one or not. They could always say no. If they say no, though, the legislative body, in this case, the Board of Selectmen, can overrule them, and still, as long as you have a majority vote, you can go ahead and push it through. But it still has to be done. And, my suggestion would be to maybe ask planning and zoning to put it on their agenda the same night that they have that public hearing, get it all done and over with. But that's not going to be before October 30th, your date for the public hearing.
Right, that happened last time too, as you recall. They did the review after we did our public hearing. And then we voted on it after their review.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just bringing it up. It's got to be done.
is there an association in Francis Clark Park?
I don't know. Maybe Mike wants to answer that.
Is it?
There used to be. There's not one anymore.
No, I'm just curious. So when the lots sold off and the association was formed, is there anything in their rules that needs to get changed to allow car repairs to be made? Because I know in some of the other industrial, they have rules against it just in their bylaws, just making sure there's nothing that could create a hiccup that we have to take care of it.
The town of Bethel refused to renew all of that previously at a town meeting.
Okay.
There was the zoning regulations, and then there was also regulations that were set up by the EDC years ago. And they were good for, I forget how many years, 30 years. When the 30 years came, we tried to get the townspeople to re-up them, and they voted no.
All right, well,
There's no official association anymore. There's no more rules or regulations other than the zoning regulations. That's it.
easy. All right.
Am I incorrect, Mike?
No, unfortunately, you're totally correct. That's another story.
Okay, so, so given technically we're under the consideration of the public hearing at about 20 Trowbridge. I move that we formally refer the sale of 20 Trowbridge to the P and Z committee.
Second.
All in favor?
For the A-24 review.
For the A24 review, yes. All in
Okay.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Thanks for catching that there, Marty. That completes the agenda. And anybody have anything else to add? I'll entertain a motion to
Make a
adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Second,
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
not.
Opposed, none. We stand adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.